Hello Aquarius and welcome to your October 2023 reading. So we're entering in October, so that means slowly going back into the winter, and we're gonna have Samhain also at the end of the month. And this month is a beautiful fellow air sign Libra month with a new moon. We've just had the full moon in Aries, and we're going to have a full moon in Taurus at the end of the month with a partial eclipse. Kind of a recurring theme seemed to be happening, and it's on our vision of love. And I think this is probably the full moon in Taurus becoming more and more active, ruled by Venus. And also Virgo, house of partnerships, balanced, and all of that, also ruled by Venus. So I say that because there's a lot of readjustment on what love is. Here, the first card that comes out is the Three of Swords with the Knight of Swords. And that is a very harsh, either for some of you, a communication, a belief that hurts your heart. The only way a communication can hurt you, can hurt us, is if we believe it. If if somebody's trying to hurt me by telling me something that I know is not true about me, I'm just going to be like, whoa, man, I don't want to be in your head, and I'll move on my way. But if there's a part of me, my inner child, or some part of me actually believes whatever that person is telling me, it's going to hit deep. And if it's a deep belief, it's going to hit right there where it is. Here, there's kind of this association here. That's why I say either you heard it outside of you, or this is something you're telling yourself. And it is beliefs that hurt your heart. But here we have death, which is good, because death is that purification, that transformation of the water, of the memories, of the emotional charge, the transformation, the purification of our unconscious and conscious, what is in the underworld, that means hidden, that is gone, to really help us let die what is no longer, that cannot continue to the next stage. So beautiful transformation here. And at the end, we have the Four of Swords in reverse. So this can mean two things. Either I don't want to heal, but with what I see, I don't think this is going to be it. This is going to be more like, okay, I'm going to get out of the mausoleum now. This, the Four of Swords, you can see that he's healing from his three swords. And that Knight of Swords could be an understanding on this. Oh my God, I see exactly how I hurt myself. Super clear. And there's that sword, and I'm trying to heal and understand. When it's in reverse, sometimes is that I am ready to get out of the cocoon state of understanding, and I am ready to get out with my new truth. Get out of the mausoleum, of the tomb, and leave all of my heartaches behind me. And I think this is more on that level. Under the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords, I have the Six of Cups. So I might have gotten the truth right there in my heart on what is unconditional love. What is Six of Cups? We call it soulmate love. But how is it soulmate love? It's because they're giving each other cups, living water, purified white flowers. The same white flower that is there. I'm not giving to you my needs, my fears, my traumas. I'm giving to you my purified living water. And that's how we can exchange it to one another. They are children, but they have white hair. You see, that lady has white hair. Even though she's a child, in tarot, white hair is wisdom. The wisdom of the innocence, purity of a child. You tell a child you love him, he already knows it because he feels it. He doesn't need to be convinced by it, by different languages of love or whatever. He feels the wave if he's in a beautiful environment. This is what it's all about. And under that we have the Pope in reverse. So it's like, wow, I get it, but how do I apply it? How do I apply in this life the spiritual knowledge that just got into me? Maybe you just got that insight, maybe at the end of the last month, maybe in the beginning of this month, but you got that insight, Aquarius. Under death, we have the Eight of Cups. And that is beautiful because once I see and understand exactly what is love, I look at my emotional baggage and I'm like, nah, this will not do. It's not enough. I'm going to release what is not fulfilling or what is hurtful. Those beliefs are stuck in memories in those water from past traumas, from past hurtful stories and things like that, where I drew conclusions that stuck to me. Here, I'm going to take my willpower within myself, the moon, and I'm going to go in the knowledge that there is a higher vibration out there and I can have it. So, in that process of purification, that means I'm actually turning the page on the old traumas, the traumas of my inner child, my inner feminine, and there's my inner masculine using his wand, using his willpower to push me away from the waves. If somebody that I loved when I was a child hurt me by telling me I'm not wanted or I'm not good enough, as long as I buy it, as long as I let myself be hurt or feel the pain of it, it's my reality. My inner child took it for cash, and there it is, I'm not lovable. Every time somebody's gonna hint at it, I'm gonna believe it, and I'm gonna be hurt by it. Until I release it as, yes, this has happened to me. It was undeserving because this is not what love is. And this is not what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna keep the wisdom of they did the best they could and whatever, okay? But I'm getting out of the choppy waters, of the consequences of believing this for myself. I'm getting a new truth and I'm gonna see life through that wisdom. Therefore, I'll be able to be welcoming again. If I keep this, how can I be welcoming of love if it's a potential hurt? If it's to make me in a vulnerable place where, oh my God, it's even worse coming from people I love. I better release myself, keep myself away from this. But once I'm healed, no problem. Under our Four of Swords, there it is. Once I release the old water because I know I'm infinitely loved by the universe and it's going to pass through the tree, the dog, the neighbor to show it to me, I will never feel vulnerable again because I cannot be hurt. That is the kind of the candy at the end of a healing path. And then I will be like the hermit, knowing my light, following my path, but being aligned with who I am. This is beautiful. It's just here you're going to learn. You see that white bearded guy, and here we have another old man, but here he knows how to walk with his wisdom, with his spiritual knowledge, because in the story of the tarot, the hermit went to see the high priestess to be able to start hearing his inner truth of his soul and let himself be guided by that. He applies it in a sovereign way. He's supposed to apply spiritual knowledge, the wisdom, the discernment of the logos. Okay? So, when it's like this, it's like, oh, well, I understand it, but how can I apply it in my life? Here, finishing like the hermit is a beautiful way to finish it. Bottom of the deck, I have the Knight of Wands. So, this is actually going to affect your energy. Maybe this process is ignited by that full moon in Aries, that fire that gave you the energy to do this. Let's clarify. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of October 2023. Let's see. Okay, show me the Three of Swords and the Knight of Swords. What is it about? Three of Swords, Knight of Swords, Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords in reverse. I think all the anxiety and the worry around love, around following your heart, around being well and happy emotionally, due to that who's there? Okay, due to that Knight of Sword, here there's going to be a change of perception of how you perceive what love is. Let's look at that Six of Cups. See, it was there, and there it is. We have the Knight of Pentacle in reverse. So it could be like a connection that, you know, like a missed opportunity, or you don't want to miss the opportunity here of something that was brought from a true heartfelt energy here. Pope. Show me the Pope. Why is the Pope in reverse? Have a hard time perceiving it, and we still have the unbalanced Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's like if you understand it in theory, but in practice you don't have the experience or the reference of something that is truly balanced. For some of you, there's this news that is breaking your heart, but that is making you go through the process of understanding that if it's not balanced, it's not meant to be. The Pope then would be commitment. It's uncommitted, didn't come true, unbalanced, wasn't meant, because it wasn't what true soulmate kind of love would have been about. And here in you, it's like, okay, this is it. I'm changing my vision of what love is, because you almost fell for that I'm going to let it die. How does it transform? How does it transform for you? It doesn't have to be a recent thing. It could be an old thing, but that you're finally going to let die and turn the page on, because it had left you with a certain swords in your heart and anxiety when it comes to love. When it comes to, here's Venus, unconditional love. I don't know where is Venus, but right now in the sky, but that theme is very present. Here we have the three graces, the shape of my emotions, my capacity to celebrate life, to have people that rise my energy, my self-love, my creativity, and all of that. Transformation here that pushes me to go forward. Do I understand what joy is, what insight is? I'm clarifying the Eight of Cups, and there is the Eight of Cups with the 10 of Cups. I want to share with like-minded people. I want to be with people that have purified, beautiful waters. I don't want to carry that Three of Swords in my heart anymore. But real quick, I don't know exactly how to apply it, because first I have to pass through my 10 of Swords. Then I can have that Ace of Swords, Six of Swords. I'm letting go of all those swords. You're an air sign, Aquarius, so it's gonna, once you understand it mentally, the other elements can fold in place. And I think this is what is happening here. Let's look at your Four of Swords here. Once you understand it, once you understand and you heal what shared happiness is all about, look at that. You're releasing, and that is Venus in Scorpio. Scorpio, Venus. You're releasing the old sadnesses because it prevents you from truly experimenting and investing yourself in others, and the principle of sharing high frequency emotions. Let's look at the star. And the star being fate, it's, you know that you'll be infinitely provided with water, and you will not be abandoned in the process. You will not have to sacrifice yourself in order to deserve love. Deny your own needs and all of that in order to receive water. Water is free. Water is infinite. And you can feel it infinitely within yourself. That's the lesson of Aquarius, water bearer. Here's new water, a reminder that there's infinite water for you, Aquarius. And Hermit, you can bring that knowledge into your daily life. Lovers, Hangman upright, you get the illumination. Oh, I finally get it because I reversed all of that. I make the decision. I'm not in my head anymore. I get the insight, and now I can apply it in my daily life. You get your answer at the end of the month, my beautiful Aquarius. And you're going to go, there. You're going to go for that water, and you're going to trust it. It's beautiful. I'm going to call this vision of love, because yes, you're releasing, you're transforming and all of that, but you do get the vision of what love is. And that is going to change your daily life, my beautiful Aquarius. So on this, I am sending you all my love and light. Don't forget to celebrate Samhain at the end of the month, Halloween. And if there are people that you need to make peace with and release and all of that, the veil is thin. You can exchange. You can write to them. You can talk to them. You can send them your love and energy, and you can allow yourself to feel theirs. It's a beautiful period with that, so that we can be in peace before we go into the winter. Also, if you want a private reading, the description below has the website. Very easy. Thank you for all of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And of course, on the full moons and the new moons, I ask the divine to give you back in the way that suits you for your better path. And so thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and please subscribe. And I'll see you next month.